I'm buying about $8 million in RV parks today, both on creative finance. Where did both of those RV parks come from? They come from bird dogs who went and teed up appointments for Owners Club members to close those deals. One bird dog got paid 60 grand today on an RV park, and the other one got paid 40 grand. So that's bird dogging in a little bit higher level thing. Okay, here's what's tough about lower level bird dogging is that bird dogging can be a variety of different things. If you can set an appointment for me and you can get this guy that says, yes, I'm interested in creative finance, I don't want you just setting me appointments with people that are like, no, I don't want to talk to you. No, I'm not interested in selling my house. Is that an appointment I want you to set? No. But she says, hey, I know that the guy I'm working with wants to buy everything with creative finance. Is your seller open to that? She got at least that far. Okay. Where bird dogs typically fail is they will just get a Zillow link and then they'll send it to my Instagram DMs and go, pay me $10,000. Am I joking about that?
I get them every day. And I go,
I am not exaggerating at how absolutely crazy people are about, wait, but you said it's that easy. Did you call the agent? No, I haven't called the agent. Is it even a city that I'm looking at? Well, I don't even know what city you're looking at. Well, did you go to pacesbuybox.com? So what will happen, here's some of the big flagrant fouls that bird dogs will make, is they just see something on Zillow or Crexy. They don't do any upfront homework, okay? And I can answer questions about what that upfront homework would be, but I don't want you sending me a link and saying, pay me $10,000. You provided no value. Well, Pace, you said that you'll close the deal. Yeah, but I don't want to get on an appointment with somebody who doesn't even know that I'm going to bring up creative. You can't even bring up creative finance? You can't even get, yeah, I'm interested in having a call. Okay? Okay, cool. So first thing that they do wrong is they listen to me, but it's such new information to them. Like it's not something that they've ever been used to. And so information comes in, 70% of it stays, 30% of it leaves your brain, and the 30% of it that you forgot was the part where it's like, you need to bring some sort of value besides just a Zillow link. They forget that part. Okay. Do we want to do business with people who are busy or not busy? Busy. Okay. What's that quote? If you want to get something done, call a busy person. So I got to assume this person's busy. Am I going to get their attention if I'm sending them something that is a Zillow link that requires them to be like, what's the link? I would want you to at least call and tell people you're brand new and you're looking for deals for a buyer, and if they are open to creative, I only buy creative finance deals. I'm not wasting my time on cash deals. There are a lot of people in our community that will do cash deals, but that's not me. So I would want you to at least call the agent or the seller. Usually it's going to be an agent. Okay, so you're going to have an agent on the Zillow list, and you're going to call them, and you're going to be very transparent and say, hey, I'm brand new. I'm looking for a deal for one of my buyers, and my buyer will only take creative finance deals. Looks like you guys have been on the market for X amount of months. Are you guys open to a conversation around creative finance? If you then send that to me and say, Pace, I talked to the agent 3 days ago. My kids got sick, so I forgot to send this to you. It's been 3 days. But I did talk to the agent. They are looking forward to a call with you. How can I set up an appointment with you? Am I way more interested at this point? Yes. Cool. That is all I need from you. I don't need you to negotiate. I don't need you to overcome objections. I just want to know that this person's actually interested in having a conversation with me.
This is his first meetup.
Really?
We brought him, man.
Oh my gosh, what up? Good to see you.
So what we did here is we have a bingo card, and
Sick.
all the sponsors are getting people talking to them.
That's great.
So everybody's putting a stamp, and when everyone's bingo card is filled out, we redeem it and give them a raffle ticket, and actually the bingo card becomes a keepsake. Your face is on it. And then
is that a good thing?
yeah. And then at the bottom, They can also get an extra raffle ticket if they donate to Marcelino's GoFundMe.
Okay, cool.
And then we'll redeem that. So they can get up to 2 tickets with
Explain
the
to the
bingo card.
YouTube audience who's Marcelino.
So Marcelino is a kiddo who's going through bone marrow transplant.
How was the event?
And his family needs $45,000 for lost income, medical costs, taking care of him, you know. And so we're encouraging people to give to his GoFundMe in order to help him through that process. He's a kiddo. I think he's only like 9 or 10. So he's really, really young.
There's a link down below.
Oh, there's a link down below.
Come here, bro.
Oh, you? I'll talk to you.
Hey, I just wired $1 million to this man. This guy is freaking incredible. Love you, dude. Hey,
Yeah.
you need to tell this guy to get out of the house more often.
Yeah.
And like,
Good talk.
he doesn't like being around people, huh? Good to see you, brother. This was the first week I missed a No One Left Behind challenge, and the amount of people that were just like, the leadership in this community, Eddie, Kyle Cargis, everybody that was helping out, they all want to be you. Like, it was so cool hearing the feedback. I got sick. Eddie stands up, takes care of all this stuff, runs an entire event for a week with 200 freaking people, helps get these people their first contracts, and they all are like, forget about pace. We want to be Eddie. Like, it's so freaking cool to watch, dude. Thank you for all you do.
No, thank you.
I was blown away, and just the way you guys showed up, incredible. Plus, him and I are going to do a deal together that's going to pay for his wedding. It's going to be incredible.
It's gonna be the deal of a lifetime, and we're gonna go check it out. Heather said we might go look at it, and I'm like,
Oh, I'll be out there.
tag-
When would close of escrow be, do you know?
No, I don't.
Well, I'm going back out there in May, so I'll be out there for 3 weeks. So we're buying another park February 16th. I'm going to go back out there in April, like after Squat Up Summit, to go see that park, and it's an hour away from that park. So if we can close before that, that'd be sick. Come out, hang out.
Dude, I would 100%.
I'm closing one with Trisha. I just closed one with Rinda Emick, and I'm closing one with Monica. I don't know if Monica's here today. That one, I'd love to have you come out and do the whole freaking story, make a whole YouTube series out of it.
I would love.
This is Eddie Marin, one of my best friends, Arizona leader, incredible dude. I'm buying an RV park from him right now. Tell us the structure of the deal.
As of right now, it's about a $4 million purchase price, $1 million down, and then we're going to be taking it over to a bank, basically getting, at this point, the lender, the seller actually just wants $1 million down. But we're going to come in and we're going to structure it to where he's like, hey, let's do a 20-year note, seller finance the rest. I'm open. I'm all about it. So I'm like, Pace, this is a Pace deal.
Yeah.
This is a story. He's willing to do 0% seller financing. If we just inflate the price a little bit, and he's totally game for that too.
Yeah, we're doing, we're going to end up doing a Morby method, so we'll probably do a little bit more down payment, and he'll carry the rest, which is great. Eddie will get a big, juicy assignment fee, which he deserves and earns. And again, it's paying for a wedding that I better be officiating or at least be second best man. Who would be your best man?
Absolutely Pace Morby.
Jamil Damji, probably. Kyle Cargis, somebody other than me.
Yeah.
I'll be the ring bearer, dude. I'll be like bringing the ring up, which will be sick.
I want to say thank you, dude.
Man, I'm so proud of you, dude.
Thank you so much. Literally.
Look at your life, man.
I'm telling you, it's living in a movie.
I feel like I live in a movie too, and like even like you look at Brooke, how you were able to acquire her from across the country, how you benefited Brooke. Like Brooke being in the community is amazing, but she didn't have a perfect home until she was on your team, which you were like developing yourself to be able to bring that in. You guys are expanding and growing, and you're becoming an incredible leader, speaking on stage, being able to hold and control a room of 200 plus people. Dude, that's 1% of 1% of people can do that. Very few people. When Sarabi told me, she's like, don't worry, I got Eddie handling. I'm like, I can rest easy knowing that you got it. Like there's, you know how many people I can say that can do that? I can count them on one hand. Jerry Norton, Jamil Damji, Eddie Marin. Right here.